Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Man United v Liverpool match and what both teams could have done better. Disappointing night for United with the ending result 4-0 to Liverpool. This isn't good enough and I'm really disappointed with United. You need a proper team that are strong and will actually take the chances they've got.
So Oliver, as you said, a loss 4-0 in favour of Liverpool. In terms of Liverpool versus United across the season, it's a 9-0 result. What do you think about that?
It's stupid. United have been the worst team I think they could have been this year. It's one of their worst years ever and I'm speechless pretty much.
But in terms of what Liverpool could have done better, wasn't it just a masterclass from Liverpool? Pretty much every goal was exceptional, well executed.
Yeah, especially the second one.
So in the second half, Oliver, United had some decent play for about 25 minutes, but it didn't last particularly long. The views of some of the commentators were that it was more Liverpool playing badly than United playing well. What do you think?
For that point, I actually agree. We didn't get many shots, but we worked the ball up the pitch actually quite decently. We only got one shot away, but I mean, a fairer result for how well United played in those 25 minutes overall would probably be something more like 4-1, I would say.
Okay. So Oliver, let's run through some stats. So in terms of shots, Liverpool had 14, United had 2. Shots on target, Liverpool had 5, United had 1. Obviously, Liverpool scored 4. Possession, 72% Liverpool, 28% United. Passes, 897 for Liverpool, 354 for United. Pass accuracy of 91% for Liverpool, 73% for United. 9 corners for Liverpool, 2 for United. United didn't actually get a touch in Liverpool's penalty area until the 34th minute, and then they almost conceded from the counter attack that came from that. What do you think? Poor result for United, poor performance. Is this a United team that is fit to wear the shirt?
Well, you need a proper team that put the attitude in. You know, if they don't put the attitude in, then people won't want to watch. They need to get a new manager and they need to buy loads of new players next year. I'm really frustrated with how they're playing this year, and it's a real disappointment for everybody.
Okay. Now, there were some substitutes later on who came on, and there was a little bit of fighting spirit that was shown, although it was only really from Hannibal at the end. He almost got himself carded, but at least he was going in with some strong challenges, which is what you'd expect in a derby with Liverpool, is it not?
Yeah, you always need strong challenges against a great team like Liverpool. Liverpool are always going to have the strength they have. No matter if they're in bad form, they're always going to be a hard side. And United really need to see that. They're not going to get a result if they don't go in with a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Hannibal knew he needed to do.
Yeah, and he did demonstrate that, which was good. Now, let's just talk about Marcus Rashford. So, pretty desperate evening for him, was it not? Liverpool were playing with quite a high line, and United were hoping that there could be balls going over that high line for Elanga and Rashford to run onto. And Rashford had a great chance, ball over the top, but then just miscontrolled it. A player in form would have taken that chance, would they not?
Correct. I mean, I think it was a great run, honestly, from Rashford. He really got himself in the right position. But then he watched it all the way down to his foot and mistouches it. I mean, I don't even think I or any other kid in my year would really mistouch it like that.
So someone of Rashford's quality should have been able to take that and then finish it. And it should have been a goal to United, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it would have been quite a nice works goal as well, which is what United need. In a good game like that, they would need a good goal like that to have a good result.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like 4-1 would have been all right, actually, to be fair, on how they lost 5-0 and then going to 4-1 away is quite.
It would have been fairer as a reflection of the way the two sides are.
Yeah.
Okay. So thinking about what some of the other pundits said, like Gary Neville, he was very, very critical of the United team. He said there was no fight, there was no leadership, no soul. Roy Keane echoed those same comments, no fighting spirit. I think Roy Keane even went on to comment that he's never known so many players wanting to leave Manchester United, which is the greatest club in the world. It's really disappointing. So not much in the way of support for the current United squad or the setup at Old Trafford. What's your view on the manager playing players who are likely to be leaving at the end of the season? What is the point?
As you probably would think, there's no point. They won't put the energy and the work in because it's not going to do them anything having United make it into anything big like Champions League or even winning anything. So there's no point of putting them on. They need to give all the younger players who have come through the academy a chance. There are some players that haven't played for 2 years, like Phil Jones. He's come on playing in a very weird defensive position against one of the hardest teams in one of the hardest stadiums to play in. And Ralph Rangnick thinks it's the right choice to bring him on at that point. He could have gone on many games ago and played in a very different position.
I think that's right. When a player's not had match experience to the extent that Phil Jones hasn't for quite some time, so don't expect him to perform on a night like that. I think it's really, really, really difficult. So United are going to be getting a new manager. He's going to have to rebuild the squad. Ralph Rangnick has suggested that there could be 6, 8, even 10 players exiting, leaving United at the end of the season, and 10 new ones coming in. That's a big shake-up. Do you think that's good for United?
Yes, actually, in some ways, yes. Now, there are some players that are making the wrong choice to leave at this kind of time because it's them who are being the bad ones. But we need some new players. And I think that one player that we could really use is Conor Gallagher, who's at the moment on loan from Chelsea to Crystal Palace. He's really good and he puts the pressure on people like Roy Keane in midfield.
Okay, so you think that Conor Gallagher would be a good signing for United?
Always, he'd be a good signing. We could get so many good players, and I would give loads more players a chance. Like Mata, he's hardly had any time on the pitch this season.
Although Mata might be leaving at the end of the season, he's out of contract. Do we really want to play Mata? Just to put it to you, Oliver. What about Van der Beek? I mean, Van der Beek, he was signed. It was an expensive signing. Sat on the bench. He's been loaned out to Everton. He's never had a chance. Why not?
I have really no idea. He's probably the best midfielder United have. But hopes up. If United get the Ajax manager, then Van der Beek will get a lot more time on the pitch because Van der Beek used to play for Ajax and the manager really liked him.
Yeah. So if Ten Hag gets the job, we think Donny Van der Beek might be given a chance at United. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope you're right. Okay. So, any other final thoughts, Oliver, on the game?
Terrible game. Terrible performance. And that's all I can really say from here.
Okay, so
I mean, United need a strong manager who's going to make the right decision of which players to put on the pitch, and then the players who are put on the pitch need to respond to all the chances they have, all the possession they have, and make good out of it. go on long runs, put lots of pressure in, and they need a better formation. I mean, I don't know what went wrong with Rangnick, but there needs to be a better formation.
Bring back the 4-4-2, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's it from me today. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And I guess that's it for today after a very poor performance. Bye.